Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. My name is Ruru and I am a frickin' TV holic.
And my name is Mimi and I'm a TV holic. Okay.
Nice to have you back, Mimi. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, sorry. I've been watching all the stuff, but it's just no time to do everything, I guess. So you're doing your quick recaps, I guess. But let's be honest, everyone wants to know about the meaty stuff at the moment is like the Singles Inferno stuff. So that's what we're gonna get down to today. We got Singles Inferno episode 5 of this new season. So this is post campfire fallout. But there's a lot that happens in this episode. These episodes are longer than, I know I say it every time, but I swear they're longer than the previous seasons. It's crazy.
Have you got your notes up there? Have you got your notes ready? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Mina-sue, basically at the end of the last episode, she dumps Subin and decides to go off with Seung-il.
Well, not dumps, but she's just like kind of dumps him off, like, you know, like kind of like flogs him off. Yeah,
she was like, I can talk to him later. And then she goes off with Seung-il, which is her current love interest.
I'm going to talk to you later.
Yeah, who's the person she at the moment likes the most, apparently.
But that's crazy because she's the one who went up to Subin and was like, "Oh, do you have a minute to chat? Like, I really want to chat with you right now." And then Seung-il came up to her and she was like, "Yeah, that's the whole problem. It's a game to her."
Whoever she gets the attention from, like she had to go and like grab the attention of Subin, but then she got the attention, so then she redirected her attention.
I just see her as this one person that I know, and it's like really like all her mannerisms and everything are just like her, you know how she's like, like and neurotically looking around everywhere, like that. Like she's just this.
Yeah. They show that a lot in her flashbacks. That like her eyes, like she's constantly like
darting around and like a bit psychotic, you know. So in my opinion,
yes. So then Seung-il and Mina-sue are sitting together, and they're having like
they go off to talk, but Minji sees them talking, so she kind of just lets them be.
Yeah, she just lets them be. She's like, okay, that's fine. So Seung-il says that from day one, which is what we already also know, is that there were only two girls he was interested in, which was Minji and Mina-sue, and he tells this to Mina-sue because she's like, why are you? How did this happen? Like, how did you just bring my name up at the campfire? And he's like, well, to be honest, from day one, I like both of you. And
but it's like you forgot he called her tiramisu.
No, I've got that here. So from day one, she asks who, and she knows that is going to be her. She's just fishing for compliments again. And he says Minji and Miss Tiramisu, which, you know.
Yeah, I would have been pissed if I was her. Like, why are you calling me Tiramisu?
That's a weird name.
If you like me, at least remember my name. It's not that hard.
But he doesn't know about the Marisu. Yeah. That was when he was talking to Minji, so.
Oh, no, you mean she doesn't know. Mina-sue doesn't know.
Yeah. So all he knows is that he called her tiramisu, but she might think that's cute. Like, oh, he's got a little nickname for me.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
She was saying that to Seung-il that I also did think that you liked me in the beginning because we had a bit of banter about the egg thing, and she was like, I commented and you were my first impression person. But then
I made it really obvious.
Yes, but then she was like, you ended up getting coupled with Minji, and after Paradise, it seemed like you guys were like closed off. Until now, obviously, because you just mentioned me. I guess, like, from her perspective, if I try and look at it from her perspective, if someone is showing interest in you in this whole game, and you did have that feeling in the beginning, you can't really ignore it. I wouldn't have gone to the extent of her changing her mind and sitting next to him and saying, I want to go, he's the person I'm interested in most right now. That's a bit much. And the person I like the most, she sat next to him when it was the person I liked the most. That's taking it too far. But I don't blame her for like wanting to talk to him and get to know him. She comes across in this conversation. She was saying things like, because he says, why didn't you approach me then if that's how you felt? And she said, well, I guess I'm a bit of a chicken, I guess, like trying to be all coy and like cute about it. And he was like, well, I had a different impression of you when I first met you. I thought you were very headstrong and like opinionated and quite like a like a similar to Minji character, because that's how he was
She's
comparing
nothing
them.
like Minji. She's
But he
nothing
was like,
like
now,
Minji.
yeah, and so that's what he said. He said, I guess it turns out that you're not really like that. She thought that he wasn't interested, and she was basically saying, I guess I'm gonna give you she'll give him a chance now amongst all the other guys. She's basically saying, which I don't know if that's much of a compliment to him.
How great is that?
Exactly. Like, and she just basically confirms that I sent you my first impression postcard. I wrote the egg comment because we were making egg together. And he mentioned the yellow. He said, my first impression was to you as well. That's why I wrote the yellow dress comment. The yellow dress.
He just thinks she's hot. That's all.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
There's like no connection between them really. Like, apart from that she's hot.
And then he was like, what I like about you, what I was attracted to was your extroverted personality. But she says, well, I didn't think I was like that. I think of myself as the cute girl. And he says, you are, but he was like, I didn't have that perception at first. I just thought you were like quite loud and things like that, which is, I guess, again, what Minji is. And she still that is her personality through and through. Whereas he thought that she was like Mina-sue was like that, but now he's talking to her and he's
not
got
loud.
to know her.
I think he thinks that
not loud,
she was like aggressive and like a go-getter kind of like person.
Go-getter. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like she's not afraid to like. She's an overthinker. You can tell.
Leader, like
I think Seung-il realizes like, and she's doing all those kind of eye movements and looking around, darting around. You can tell she's an overthinker.
No, I don't think he does. I think men are pretty stupid all the time.
Okay, so but I mean, he does get a sense of that she's not what he thought she was. She's not extroverted like he thought she was.
But I don't think he thinks that she's like not psychopathic, but she's like a bit cuckoo.
She was saying that because he asked like, what kind of guys do you like, and she said, I like guys that express their feelings and like, you know, to her about how clearly they feel. So someone who's like in her space all the time and like, oh, I like you kind of thing.
Yeah.
He said that, I guess I realized after a while that you wouldn't approach me. So he was like, I tried to hint to you that I was interested. And she was like, when? And apparently the moment where you switched on her AC in the helicopter going to paradise was the moment that he showed that. Like, these people are
it's just men. Yeah, no, but I think it's just men. No, I think it's just a men thing. Like, they're like, oh yeah, that's how I showed that I care.
No, but it's another like respectful way, Korean respectful way of like, I'm going to really hint and do riddles. Like,
no, but I saw Minji. No, when they showed that flashback, Minji was looking at him doing that and was not happy. Like, I think because she understood what he was doing.
Yeah. But then she said like a weird comment. She was like, well, to be honest, you have been on my mind, and earlier I kept thinking about you. Lies.
No, I think she did because she's thinking about all the men. She thinks about all the men all the time. So I think she did. I don't think that's a lie.
God, I think for one split second she thought about him. Literally at the campfire and all the confessionals that whole day at the photo shoot and everything, she was talking about how jealous she was of Soobin, and she was getting really annoyed that Hee-sun was on him and saying all these things. And now all of a sudden, Seung-il, you've been on my mind. Like, in this moment, she's completely forgotten about Soobin. Like, Soobin who? It's like, Soobin who?
Yeah, but that's how she is. She just needs attention from every single male constantly. It's just really gross. Like, that's the really gross character, like, to me. Anyway.
Yeah. So then the hosts say it was surprising that they found it surprising that Seung-il got up and went straight to Mina-sue and talked to her after Minji claimed her territory, kind of thing, because she grabbed his hoodie and stuff. So they were like, "Oh, that was weird."
I thought he'd find that hot. Like, oh, she's so aggressive.
I think he does, but I think he has to go by. He gave his chocolate that whole scenario. I think he has to like explore it. I think in his mind he has to like just close that chapter. I think
Minji's is number one, but he wants to see what the other girls like.
Yeah,
to get out of the system, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they're saying, the hosts also say that Seung-il's not doing wrong by exploring his intrigue, but they are suspicious of in the couple of Seung-il and Mina-sue. They think Seung-il's doing the right thing. He's exploring someone that was interested in from the beginning, but they are suspicious of Mina-sue's intentions behind this. Like, why is she doing it? How are there so many guys? They're confused by her.
They're really grossed out as well. Like, they're trying to keep. They're so tame about it. But I think they're holding back. They're holding back a lot. You can see they want to say what they want to say, but they're like, okay, we're going to get judged for this.
Their facial expressions. They're like, huh?
They're like, no. They're like, no. When they see that girl, they're like, no.
Yeah. So Minji and Sung-hun, who's the American guy, they are in the on the periphery. They're like keeping an eye on what's going on between Seung-il and Mina-sue because they both have an interest in either party. And so Sung-hun was like, oh, should we just barge in on the conversation? And Minji's like, no, I don't want to disrupt them. And she says that to Sung-hun that I don't want to disrupt them because he's wanted to have a conversation with her all along, which I think was really interesting. That means that at some point Seung-il, it's not like it was out of the blue. He's actually talked about it. So for her, it wasn't shocking, which was nice.
Yeah.
She wasn't blindsided.
Yeah, so it was nice that he told her and that he had that open communication with her. So
he's been saying it the whole time.
Aware.
Yeah.
Because most guys don't do that on any kind of dating show. So that's quite good.
Yeah. And then Sung-hun, basically they kind of bond over the fact that she was like, I feel really apprehensive about the fact that they're talking though, Seung-il and Mina-sue. And Sung-hun was like, don't worry, I feel the same way. So they were kind of like bonding over like their love interests. So then we go to Subin and Hee-sun. So they go to the kitchen area and he is like, oh, are you cold? I'll give you my coat or whatever. So he's really making an effort.
And he keeps looking over his shoulder to look at what's going on in that other situation because he is feeling upset about it and he's feeling like slightly jealous and slightly upset. And
I think it's a driving force,
he's also doing this to take his mind off her, and he's also doing it because he's trying to make Mina-sue jealous as well, and he's also doing it because he has interest in this girl as well. So there's a lot of
because he did say after the photo shoot straight away, which I didn't think would happen. He was like, I feel like we're similar, so I want to explore Hee-sun. So he did say that, and that was before any of the Mina-sue drama.
I think it's a mixture. It's a mixture because there's so many things going on right now. There's like so many emotions.
Fair enough. Like, I think it's confusing, and I think you're allowed to like play a bit of tit for tat. So
I'm Team Subin all the way. Okay.
Oh yeah. And I think he's really. I mean, we'll get to it, but I think he's really coming out of his shell.
Yeah, and I think he's like. I love his personality.
More ballsy.
Yeah. Huh? I love his personality.
Yeah. So he gives her the coat to wear, and then he questions Hee-sun about the question in the campfire where she was like, "Oh, so I look like your ex," and she started laughing and giggling and was like, "Yeah, well, you're my type." Like, and he looks a bit shy. He never looked.
She did lie about that because, she did lie. But then later in that conversation, he goes that, "Oh, I just like truth, like people that are very truthful and stuff like that." But that was a lie. That she did lie to him. Just noting that.
Yeah. But she didn't say that you look exactly like my ex. She just said you're just my type. Like she just
it's just a white lie. It's just a white lie.
Yeah. So he the whole time in the beginning at least he seems really shy. Like he's not the type to make eye contact. And he did this with Mina-sue. I think he finds it a bit hard. Like until he probably like locks in on someone, he won't really make a lot of eye contact.
It's too aggressive for him. The like full on eye contact. I think it's like an aggressive move for him.
Yeah. So he asks, "What's your ideal type?" And she says, "Someone who just makes me feel good, like and happy." And he says he cares more about the person on the inside more than anything, and someone like you said, being genuine and honest.
And I think he's projecting about Mina-sue as well at that point.
So he says, "I want someone genuine and honest," and obviously, hopefully, he's realizing that's. I think at this point he's realizing that's not Mina-sue because she's playing some games. And to be fair, in that moment with Seung-il, it seems like she'd forgotten about him. It seemed like it. And I was like, okay.
Definitely.
So he basically says that he wants to get to know Hee-sun. He says that in the confessional. And he does tell Hee-sun he's quite honest. He was like, I do like Mina-sue. Like, she kind of is my number one. And he actually says, I feel bad saying this because it makes you look like you're my second option. But it's not that. I just, Subin says that he knew from day one that she liked him. And she was like, I was trying to make it obvious. And, there were little things that I was doing. And he was like, to be honest, I did know that you like me. It wasn't like I'm shocked.
I liked it because it's quite an open and honest conversation that they both had.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
She said that, well, I thought maybe you backed off me at first because you were uncomfortable by how maybe I was being so upfront with my feelings. Yeah. And he was like, it's not that. It's just that I'm a kind of person that has tunnel vision. So if I like someone, I want to get to know that person. And if they're not for me, then I will move on to the next. I can't. He feels like he can't do everyone at the same time, which I think is
very
pretty
normal.
good. Yeah, I think that's normal.
That's really,
and I think that makes sense with his personality. Like, it really
Yeah.
does fit him.
Yeah.
And so Hye-sun's excited to hear this, because I guess she's like, well, you did your Mina-sue and you've got to know her and you don't like her, so you have moved on to me.
Yeah.
So she's like, persistence is key, I guess, for her. Like, she's having her moment now, which I'm happy for.
Yeah, and I feel so happy for her as well. Like, it's like a cute little situation for her. Like, I think it's nice.
Yeah. And then he says right at the end that basically after Paradise and today, I guess the campfire, he feels like his mind has changed a little bit. And the fact that he's quite similar to Hye-sun makes him feel like comfortable. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a romantic thing that he's moved on to Hye-sun, but because it could just be like he feels comfort in being there because Mina-sue's so erratic that he's like, oh, I need to go somewhere safe.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's going to develop into something romantic.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, and then at this point, it was quite late, but it was the host mentioned how it was interesting that Mina-sue had ditched, and I'm glad they talked about this because it was the first thing we said, that she ditched Soo-bin straight away.
Yeah, but they were like kind of put off by it as well. They were like holding back. You can see they're holding back, and they're judgment to see what happens next.
And the thing is that they said at this point, because they were just making the connection with the fact that Soo-bin somehow put off by Mina-sue, and it makes sense that that moment when she ditched him, he was like, well, like that was her moment to clarify things, and she didn't. She went and turned to Seung-il. So the hosts were like, that's probably why he's saying, after the campfire and after today, my mind has changed.
Yeah. I mean, I would be too. I'd be like, oh, screw this girl.
Yeah. So then they go back to Seung-il and Mina-sue, and Mina-sue basically awkwardly asks, like, I do want to talk to other guys, so is it mind if I go chat to other people, other
she's trying to
guys?
be all cute about it, and like that.
And he was like, you don't have to like,
like, it's okay if I do that. And then he clocked that straight away that she was being weird.
Yeah. Right. So then they both get up. Seung-il goes back to Minji. And it's a little bit awkward at first. They're like sitting on those chairs, like looking outwards with the table.
In her velour, in her brown velour.
Towards each other. This is the thing. This is probably another Korean thing, to like be coy and like, you know, they're not looking at each other.
They're not trying to, because it's also awkward because they're being filmed and there's like producers and everything, and then they're going to be on national TV. I think that's like a whole thing as well, because I think that's like a lot for them.
Isn't it less awkward if you're not facing the camera? Like, just talk to each other and they're recording.
But they're not like, they know the camera's not there. Like, it's like they can't see the camera. And then I think it's like these hidden kind of camera things. Like, they just know that they're being filmed.
No,
but,
I don't know.
As in,
but anyway,
they're just going off into the distance because everything is awkward.
Yeah, it just adds to the awkwardness when they do that. So,
but I think it's so great. Like for the viewers, it's like there's so much tension and this and that. And it's so good.
I don't know if it's a producer choice, like the director's choice to do that. But so basically, Seung-il, it's awkward in the beginning, and she just basically asks Seung-il, Minji does that, how did the talk go? Did it go well? And he was like, yeah, it did. And basically after a while, Seung-il says, I knew that after I talked to Mina-sue and both of you, my feelings would become very clear. He felt like he would have he said, I mean, when they translated it said, my feelings would be very distinct once I got to know you guys individually. So I think what he meant was, like, it gave me clarity, and he would have a clear choice of who he wants to go for. And she basically says, well, you know, you've talked to her, give it a shot if you want, like, go for it. If you choose her, you choose her. Like, she was very blasé about it. At first, he seemed like really like weird, shocked, and like, you know, about what she said. And I guess
I think he wanted her to get aggressive about it and be like, no, really you're mine.
Yeah, it's difficult for a girl to know, especially in these dating games, what way to go. Like, if you're a cool girl, do they like it, or do they want you to fight and be? But then sometimes some guys feel like that's too much. So I can imagine it would be difficult to know.
I think it's the hardest on the females, this kind of show.
Yeah, because guys are so easily turned on. Like, they're so easily like they don't have
they're just very simple creatures.
And it's very surface value. So they're like, oh my god, look, she's like, if she's gonna be like this aggressive about this, she's gonna be a nagger. Like, you know, this is gonna be the rest of my life, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So then she makes a bit of a sad face. Although she said, like, if you choose her, you choose her. She made a sad face. We saw it in the camera, and he was
I love Minji's personality. I love it. I love her. Yeah.
then he noticed, he was like, did you only just talk to Sung-hun the whole time when me and Mina-sue were talking? And she was like, yeah, but I was only doing it to bide my time. Like, there was nothing there. We were just both sad about the fact that you guys were talking to each other, and we were just bonding over that. And I was just waiting for you. And then he was like, he got really like excited by the fact that she said, I waited for you.
Yeah, but before you say that, I want to say that he noticed. So he was looking around too while he was talking to Mina-sue, because he clocked that she was with Sung-hun.
Yeah.
So that's
so
good.
he's always got that, like, he's a bit drawn to her constantly.
Yeah. So he's
knows
keeping that's nice.
aware of surroundings.
Well.
It's nice. So when she said the fact that I waited for you, he was like, oh, you kind of got under my skin in a good way. And she was like, that's nice to hear. Like, I guess in the translation, it's like, oh, you gave me the feels kind of thing by saying something like that you waited for me. And he was saying that he basically loses interest quite quickly in someone unless they really grab his attention. I guess that's Minji to a T. Like, she literally grabbed him. She's grabbing his attention. And then he said, it's you, basically, to her. And Minji was like, oh.
Yeah, but it's not true what he said there, because, okay, anyway.
And he goes, but basically there's no one else that's as curious, which this is interesting. He goes, there's no one else as curious about me like you.
Yeah.
So
he means there's no one else that's as into like me as you are, basically.
That's not reason to be with someone.
No, but as in that's turning him on, like, as that's in, turning him like, on, yeah. Because he's like, oh my god, this girl's like so intensely into me, and that's like, oh my god, it's amazing, kind of thing. And also he's it's like, this girl cares about me so much, like she's put like a lot of time and effort into me.
Sometimes knowing that someone cares about like you makes you grow your feelings as well.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this person's a caring person. This person really loves me, and this person's gonna like be there for me, and it makes you have the feelings for them. So I think that's what's happening with him. So you were saying you don't think it's true, something?
Yeah, it was just like later on.
Okay. So
I'll say it now.
Basically, Dex, the host, he relates what
Jin-young. Let's call him by his real name, Jin-young.
Jin-young? Yeah, but then I get confused with that Joo-young. Okay, Jin-young,
but this is the guy.
And the other one's a girl. But as in, I'm going to...
Jin-young. Okay, just remember Jin-young.
Jin-young says that Seung-il probably also realised that she really shows her affection for him because she also gave him the only red chocolate that he got. Like, Mina-sue, again, if we go back to the game,
Mina-sue.
No, the game, she apparently said that she's always had feelings for... She just told Seung-il, I've always thought about you, and earlier today I was thinking about you, but she didn't give him no white chocolate, red chocolate.
She gave it to Sung-min.
So
Sung-min
it's very true.
And who else? And and Sung-hun. She gave it to her sister. Like, she's just
Sung-hun.
so...
Yeah, oh God. Yeah, I can't... I mean... Yeah. So anyway,
she is a chaos demon. She's a chaos demon.
So
okay?
Getting to the chaos, this is the first chaos scene of hers. Is Mina-sue approaches Soobin when he's talking to Hye-sun. Okay, she knocks on the door.
Because they made a plan to meet up in the makeup place after. That's what their plan was.
Okay.
She said me and Soobin had a plan. I said I'll meet him there.
Yeah. So she went there to go meet him, and you could tell straight away. Hye-sun gets up and says, okay, you guys can talk or whatever, but you can tell straight away from his body language he's not feeling this. He doesn't want to talk to her, really. He looks really like, oh no, my blanket, like, it's like his safety blanket's going. He's like, no, I want to stay with Hye-sun. And now the chaos is like, it's gonna make me feel like a certain kind of way. So
I thought this conversation they have was very, very interesting. I thought the conversation, I thought it was really sweet that Hye-sun was just like, okay to go. I think she felt comforted by the fact that everything that happened. I think I think she's okay with it, and she just feels more comfortable in the situation, so she's like okay to go. Obviously, she's upset that he's going to go talk to her now, but like I think she's very like she seems like a normal person.
Yeah. But also you do need that, like, you have to be aware with certain in the dynamics of this that people do have to have closure as well. So you have to let people have their conversations to shut that chapter. So they go to the room where the photo shoot pictures are, which is the makeup room, okay?
No. They were in the makeup room.
Okay, in the makeup room. They came out, then they went to the photo shoot room, and then the pictures were all up there. And the first thing she says is like, oh, my pictures are up there, like attention seeking again. Like, how do you think I did?
And the judges said that, and the judges said that it wasn't. That's a bit weird to say because it's not pictures of you and him; it's pictures of you with other
You and
guys.
other guys,
Yeah, that's what the judges
exactly.
said. So the
Yeah,
judges were like looking like really, they're making weird, screwing up their faces and looking like weirdly
yeah.
at her. Like they had like one eyebrow up kind of situation
Yes.
with a monocle.
He told her that she did a good job because he just obviously is going to be nice and say that.
Yeah,
And
because she's
then
fishing for a compliment.
yeah, she was fishing obviously. And then she was more like wanted him to be like, oh, you look so good. And then this was his moment to like really like lay it on her thick, I guess, as they say in Love Island chat.
Yeah.
And she turned it around and she was like, oh yeah, but then what did you, I obviously forgot everyone's names. That was really awkward. And she was like, she was covering herself and she was just saying, I just got really flustered because
I went to
you were
pick you.
picked. Yeah, you were already picked. Who picked him?
Hesson, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
That's why they
Hesson.
went on the photo shoot.
Yes. So she was like, oh yeah, I was just really flustered because Hesson picked you and I really wanted to be with you. Just by the way, this conversation gave me flashbacks to their first conversation. Remember I told you when they went Paradise, when they first got on the couch?
Yeah.
It's so awkward and I knew they weren't going to mesh. Like they would completely misunderstand
each other. Yeah, but that's when she was pretending to be someone else.
Too much for her. No,
that was another part of her, a different character that she was playing.
No, but do you remember she was constantly asking him, like, who was your first impression? And then he didn't want to answer and she kept pushing him, man. That's a sign of her personality.
Yeah, that was a sign of her personality, but she was still cloaking it quite well, her personality.
Barely, but I could tell. I could tell. That's why I said not gonna too much for him.
Yeah. No, it's not too much. She's like too much for most people.
Maybe. So she tries to she tries to lay the ground for why she acted how she acted in the campfire. So she says, because you spent the whole day with Hee-sun and then you sat next to her at the campfire, I just thought maybe you don't like me anymore. Basically, right? So he's like starting to like, you can start to see the cogs turning in his mind. He's like, wait a minute. Soobin then reacts back to her and says, well, I was confused that you said you changed your mind during the campfire. Like, where did Seung-il come from? And she said, look, okay, Seung-il, I've got an answer for this. Seung-il was my first impression. That's why I didn't just mention it. Like, he was my first impression. And when he said that, brought my name up, I just thought, I need to explore this and see what's going on there. And he was like,
would be fair enough. That would be fair enough. But the way she goes on to gaslight the shit out of this man
Let's see.
is disgusting. And I think she does it because she thinks that he's really weak. He's got a weak personality. She thinks that he's got a weak personality and that she can convince him of anything and she can like manipulate him.
Yeah, because in that moment when she says that, he was my first impression. So when he showed interest, I thought, okay, it piqued my interest too. And he goes, that's okay, that's understandable. He was like, oh, okay, that's understandable, I get it. And she was like, then she goes, it's not that I wasn't thinking about you or respecting you, but I did feel bad that I wasn't respecting your feelings. I do, and she said, I know, maybe even if I don't say I don't care, I do actually care. Like, I feel bad. And then he goes, oh, you don't have to feel bad for me. Don't worry. Like, he's just being a nice guy and thinks that she's being nice about it. But she gaslights him and flips it around and goes, you know what? Yeah, I don't feel bad, actually. I don't feel bad. I'm actually kind of pissed off. Like, suddenly the guy that I went to Paradise with is getting cozy with someone else and taking off his hoodie. She's referencing Hee-sun and saying that you were being all cozy with her. You took off your hoodie. Like, I mean...
Well, if I was him, I'd be like, well, you were being a psycho and you just gave it your chocolates to everyone. And
you just
acting like we never had
it. I want to go to Paradise with Sungmin. I like Sung-hun. What is going on?
And Seung-il as well, that she just went off, dumped him for and went off to have a chat with as well. Like, it's just giving like that she's got no allegiance to anyone.
And also, she made that choice to go and sit next to Seung-il after Soo-bin. He was sitting next to Hee-sun, but he got a campfire question that said, who do you like the most? He came and sat next to you, and you got from him and went and sat next to Seung-il. So
she's just mind fucking everyone.
So what do you mean? Like, you didn't know how he felt? You thought he just liked Hee-sun because he in the campfire questions he actually told you he likes you. So it makes
liar,
no sense.
liar, your motherfucking pants are on fire, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, like it's not a tip. Like I don't know, she's a tit for tat kind of person, you know. And the hosts basically don't like how she's coming for him, and they don't like
They can
how
see what
like
she's
she was
doing.
like,
They
yeah, I
can see
don't
that.
feel bad. I'm pissed off with you. They got really, they had a
They got
feeling that they
defensive
got
for
really annoyed.
they were defensive for Subin because like and they had to be because you know they could see what she was doing.
Yeah. And then she goes on to say, Mina-sue, that I don't like you spending your time with Hye-sun and it gets on my nerves.
How dare you,
I know.
stupid woman!
And basically, I
When
was
you
really
just
glad
did
because
all that.
Subin stood up for himself. He was like, well, there were
Yeah,
things that bothered
I was
me
scared for
too.
him.
He was
I
like,
was
there were
scared
things
that
that,
he was just going to get manipulated by her. I was
yeah.
really frightened.
I thought that he wasn't going to say anything, but I could see the way his face
Well
was getting
done.
really irritated. He was at that point where he was like, I don't really care to have a love interest with you now. I need to just tell you how I feel. Like, he was like, there are things that bothered me too. Like, you've got things you're bothered about, which are, firstly, they're just irrelevant. And that's me talking, in my opinion. But he was like, things that bothered me, like, he mentioned that she chose Seung-il and wanted to go to paradise with Sung-min. I'm really glad she mentioned the Sung-min thing. He was like, where did that come from?
He doesn't even know that she gave the red heart to Sung-hun.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
So then he basically, after like a bit of an awkward moment, that he goes, well, look, we've decided to get to know other people, so that's it. Like, that's his closure. But she's crazy. She doesn't read it like that. He's put off by it completely. She's like, yeah, we can go off and get to know other people, and then yeah, go on.
It's because he's not coming at her aggressively. He's just coming at her nicely. That's why she doesn't get it.
Yeah. But he literally was like, okay, well, here's Band-Aid. Here's like, let's
I'm
put
clapping my hands to him. Clap, clap, clap.
His moment of being like, let's close this chapter was saying that, like, okay, I guess we'll just get to know other people. And she was like, yeah, we'll go off and get to know other people, and then I really hope that you will do that, and then you're going to come back to me, because ultimately you're going to realize that I'm the one you like. She's not reading the room at all. Like, crazy. He doesn't want you now. You've shown your true colors, and he doesn't want any piece of that. He doesn't want any parts of that, okay?
Yeah, no. neither do the hosts, okay? They're like so grossed out by her behavior.
And also, she's just admitting in that moment, like, okay, I'm going to get to know everyone and play them, and I'm going to but I'm going to come back to you. Like, let's just play this game, and then we'll come back to each other. Like,
it's so like Western.
The other guys either.
It's not a game. It's like such a Western thing to do. Like they act like everything's a game. It's not like these people like really want to find like a potential life partner.
And that's not fair by saying that. Like, if that's what you're hoping he's going to do, and you're just biding your time with the other guys, that's not fair on the other guys either. So
she's basically the fuck boy of this season.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
So then he tries to let her down nicely again, and he goes, how can I put this? He even said that out loud. How can I put this? I wanted to get to know Hye-sun before all of this, which was a lie. So he's trying to like make her realize, like, look, Hye-sun's not me playing tit for tat. She thinks he's playing a game. He's playing a game with her because that's the way she thinks. So he's trying to say, look, this is not a new thing because you did that. I'm jealous. I'm telling you, I liked Hye-sun from the beginning, which I
think he did. But I think he liked Mina-sue more, so that's why he was ignoring Hye-sun. I think he's telling the truth that way.
Yeah, but in this moment, he's trying to show that it was always as strong as you. And at the moment, he was like, so after today, I want to get to know her even more, and I'm more interested in her. So he's like, maybe this is another way I can get her to understand that. Let's just not do this between me and you. So Mina says, you can tell I'm bothered by all of this, by what you're saying. Yes, but he doesn't care because he wants you gone away. Like, you're annoying him now.
You're gross.
He's trying to let you down nicely and you're not getting it. And you would keep coming back at him like, why are you saying these things to me? You know you're hurting my feelings. It's not a game. He's not playing a game. You're playing a game. And also, I think she knows that he's not right for her somewhere deep down, but it's an ego thing at this point for her. I think she can't handle the fact. She can't handle the fact that. Yeah, I think she can't handle the fact that he's rejecting her.
Yeah, so that's why she's running after him like crazy, because he's rejecting her. Like, she's got a
Yeah.
lot of issues that I think before she comes on shows like this, she needed to go to a psychiatrist and sort out all her issues.
She's chasing him because he's rejecting her, but she also
Yeah,
thinks that he's rejecting her in this moment because his feelings are hurt because of the game she played. So she's like,
yeah.
oh
She
no
thinks
no no,
everyone else is playing the same
don't
games
be
as she
upset.
is.
She thinks he's being jealous, like he's jealous, and so he's going for
Yeah,
Hye-sun because of
you're
that.
right.
Too much.
She thinks everyone else is playing the same games that she does all the time. She's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I mean. She's Korean, but she's very
She's not
she doesn't
Korean.
play this game
She's Australian.
as in like she's Korean by ethnicity, but she's not.
Yeah.
She's very westernized, and she's very the way she dates and the way
But she's been living
her
in
dating
Korea.
experience and stuff.
She can speak Korean fluently, and she's like she knows about the culture. So why is she still like this, like acting like this on the show? Like, I wouldn't have gone on the show if this was my nature. If you know what I
You
mean.
need to go to like another dating show.
You need to go through like a Western
An
dating
Australian
show,
one or like American one.
American one or something.
Yeah. So the hosts are not really feeling Mina-sue even more. They're noticing her games and stuff.
I've been listening to other podcasts and I've about like this, about this episode, and they're like they love her, like this American podcast, they love her, and they're like, oh yeah, they really need to put her on some like other Netflix shows now, other dating shows. It'll be really good. Too Hot to Handle and Perfect Match and things like that. I know you haven't watched those, but
because they're thinking
that's
with
true to her personality.
Yeah, they're thinking about their American heads thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, generally, like, I think a lot of people, and I think we're like this as well, you adapt to the space you're in, you adapt to the culture, you adapt to the space that you're in, you adapt to the country that you're in.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true of, like, sometimes, I don't think people from, like, the US they're not known to kind of be as adaptable. So they're just like, be yourself, be yourself. You know,
they're just like USA,
and they're like, be yourself. And they feel like she's being herself, which she is in her way, but her toxic way is too much for this program.
In her disgustingly toxic way.
Yeah, and she does need to realize that she's playing games, and most people that play games, it's not
are toxic.
You can't just be like, well, I'm just being myself. That you're playing games, and there's a reason why you're doing that. There are some issues there. Okay, so basically, Soobin then tries again to cut her off by saying, by the way, do you remember when we had our coffee date? You mentioned you don't like guys who flirt. You don't like guys that flirt with other girls in front of your face. So he was like, that's how I feel about what's happened with you.
Yeah, but this
and he was like, I'm just being honest. And he's still being apologetic. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, but this dense girl still doesn't get it, okay?
She doesn't get it, because then she's just like, yeah, well, I just wanted to clear things up. And it feels like we've done that. I think everything is like nice and clear, and that's what she says in a confessional as well. Like, I wanted to clear things up with everything that happened, and I'm glad it doesn't feel like everything. I feel like everything's cleared up.
What happened?
And then he says, yeah, I do feel like everything is clear. And in her mind, she feels like she's covered herself and she's made peace with him and he's happy with her. And in his mind, he's saying that, yeah, I think everything's clear now. Like, in his mind, like, I'm clear that I don't want you.
Yeah.
So again, they're talking different languages.
Because she has like something else going on in her mind all the time. Like, she's like constantly calculating and constantly trying to twist stuff and constantly trying to do that. So she's like, oh, I fixed this situation. Now I'm gonna go and try and go after Seung-il now, or whoever's outside. I think whoever's outside, I'm gonna get their attention. I need attention right now. Attention. Let me grab it. I need it. I'm so desperate. Okay?
Yeah,
it's just giving me so much like desperate, gross vibes, and I can't handle it.
Definitely. So Mina-sue then decides to go sit next to Sung-hun, and I was like holding my breath. I was like, what is going to happen here? I was really worried. She asks him, what chocolate did you get, by the way? Another game. She's trying to play. She's trying to like see what's going on. And then basically she admits, I gave you the red chocolate. And he said he didn't give her one at all, which tells you you don't like him because he had no idea.
Okay, look, like, let me refer to that girl that I know, that's like this, any guy, that she sees, she needs them to like her, okay? And this is exactly like how this girl operates, how Mina-sue operates.
Dangerous. It's so dangerous to be in a girl
they're like, they're crazy people. Yeah, because it's not that fact that they might want to, like, they'll definitely try and get your man as well, but it's not that. It's like you can't trust these kind of people with anything, because they're constantly manipulating and constantly their cogs are turning constantly. They're not like a genuine human being. They're just like, how can I manipulate this situation to get what I want, and to get this man to do what I want, or get this person to do what I want, or to get this, like, to get a situation that I want, or it's like
in
not a
favor.
genuine human being. They're like extremely selfish and evil.
Yes. So he was confused when he heard that she gave him the red chocolate. She basically says that, look, I feel really comfortable around you. Yeah. But it went in a good direction, I think. She said that she feels really comfortable around him, and that's why she gave him the red chocolate, but she doesn't know if she's just fond of him, or is attracted to him. We all know the answer to that. We all know the answer. And even if you do, and even if there was a question mark in your mind, you would give him a white chocolate, give him the gold chocolate to say, I want to get to know you. You wouldn't give him the red one. Red one means that, like, I'm into you.
Okay, and even the hosts know this. Okay, they know this, and they're like, she's chatting bullshit. Like, she doesn't like him. They called out straight away.
I'm just really glad.
She's just using him as her backup. Like, she just uses him all the time, like throughout all the episodes so far that I've seen. Yeah, she's just like she uses him as like someone to like lean on constantly, and like just like a trauma dump onto him constantly. She's constantly trauma dumping, and then he has to pick up the pieces constantly and tell her like, oh, you're great, oh, you're okay, you're this and that. Like, it's just so unfair to him. She's not even letting him off the lead so that he can go off and like try and sort thing, like see if he's got a connection with anyone else. She keeps like drawing him back in, and then saying, I don't like you, but then drawing him back in again, and then throwing him out, and like she's really messing with his head so much, and I feel so bad for him, and it's not fair. He couldn't like play this game. I mean, not play this game, but he couldn't have this experience like he was meant to have it, because she just like was using him so much.
Yeah,
I'm so upset, as you can tell.
Yeah. But he said, I'm glad he says the same thing. He was like, look, I don't know if it's romantic, because I also feel comfortable with you. Maybe because we can both speak English and stuff. But they agreed to be friends for now. So I'm glad, like, for him, he's not like sucked into it.
No, but I think he is kind of, but he doesn't.
Well,
he knows that she's not.
Maybe he is, but he's trying to be cool about it. But you know, at least it wasn't like fully like how I thought she would be, like full on. So I'm glad. So then we go into Go-eun and Hyun-woo, the big guy. So they're sitting outside, and she basically asked him, like, are you like quite a slow burner type of person? He said, and like quite reserved at first, and he was like, yeah, I am kind of like that. And he was like saying that he noticed that she was quite, the reason why he started to get more attracted to her was like, he thought that she was quite chill and like reserved, but then he noticed she's a very smiley kind of character, and he said that's what got me interested in you. Like, I wanted to get to know you more.
I don't understand why all these guys think that like, what's it called, that being bubbly is like really attractive. I find people that are extremely bubbly like really fucking annoying, like, and fake. It's like fake and annoying.
Oh, you can't say that. People are naturally just like bubbly.
I know, but it's too much.
They're not being fake.
It's too much.
But
no, thank you.
She said that she noticed that Hyun-woo was quite quiet in group settings, but she also was impressed with the fact that he does a lot of the grunt work. So he does a lot of like the helping around the kitchen and all that, and that made her interested in him as well, and impressed her.
This is still giving me serial killer vibes. Okay, that's all this grunt work and everything is still like it's not making me go away from my serial killer vibes thoughts about him.
I think I mean, like, if you see people cooking and cleaning and stuff, I think for me that's like a plus.
Oh yeah.
The grunt work is a good thing. And then he gives her his coat as well whilst they're sitting there, because it gets a bit cold. And then they talk about the hand bleeding moment right at the beginning.
I thought he looked a bit pissed that he was like, put it to put on your shoulders, and then she put it on her lap, and it was like kind of draping on the ground a bit, like on the dirt. So I think he looked a bit pissed there. Like,
but that's your serial killer vibe.
His expression just changed. And because like how in Korea everyone's like really clean and OCD about like getting everything clean, keeping everything clean. So I think he was just like, what the fuck? I told you to put it on your shoulder. I thought you were going to put it on your shoulders, mate.
Oh, I don't know. So then they go back to the hand bleeding moment where they like first connected, and he was just
Oh
like, I
yeah.
also noticed that you were really like attentive, and like he appreciated that she was checking in on him a lot, so that caught his attention.
Yeah.
He asks her what you're like as a girlfriend, and she says she's quite an affectionate person. And he's like more curious. He's like, I'm more curious now. He cracks a face, and he's like getting really excited about, the fact that she's like, I mean, he's thinking about, her in like, a girlfriend sense, or I don't know, but it just made him more curious. I mean, when someone says I'm really affectionate in a relationship, like, is that not just a given? Like, you're not going to be with
No, some
someone and
people
then
are
be
very
like
cold people.
cold. But
Yeah,
then,
some people are cold people. They're not
but
affectionate.
you
They're
have to
just
be with
like,
another cold person because that would never work.
yeah, but
But
maybe
who's
the
gonna
cold
watch a
person
dating
wants an
show?
affectionate person.
You're safer to say I'm affectionate, like I care, than I'm really cold and I don't. Most of the time, I just don't
Yeah,
want to be
it's
near
like some
you.
people don't like PDA, some people don't like to hold hands, some people don't like to, like even like hugs a lot,
Yeah, I guess, I
and
guess,
things like
I
that.
guess that's what they
That's what
mean.
cold
Like
means.
they mean like
Yeah,
they don't like PDA kind of like they're not like
yeah.
let's hold hands all the time.
Some people are
Um,
clingy.
yeah. So then Sung Min awkwardly walks in and says that he's going to join them.
Yeah, and this is the moment that is giving me serial killer vibes. Yeah, he looked Hyun-woo looked like he was gonna kill Sungmin, okay? And Sungmin looked terrified, okay? He looked
No, I didn't
terrified.
look that terrified because he stuck around like he was like
Yeah, but
he
he was
couldn't be
like,
bothered.
I've got to
He's
do
like,
this
"Can
because
I join
I
in?"
need this girl. Because he was like, I
But
want to get. Remember, he was like talking about married and he was talking about kids and stuff with her before and their date. So
yeah,
he
but
was like,
she
I
was
think I need
also
to be with her
encouraging that
forever.
conversation. That was coming from
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
She was like, "I
yeah.
have a lot of
Yeah,
girls in my family," and
yeah, exactly. So he could see himself getting married to her and stuff. So he's like, I can't lose this one. I can't lose
yeah,
her, even if there's a serial killer on my tail.
let's not forget at that date she was also like, "Oh, I think this is gonna be the day I'm gonna get really drunk,"
Oh yeah.
like giving him all the signals.
I like her personality. It's really like it's like fun. She's so fun
Oh,
and like
bubbly! You like
interesting.
bubbly?
No, I don't think she's like bubbly like that. She's not over the top. She's not like remember last season that there was that girl that was swinging, was crazy and just kept laughing to herself and like
Oh yeah,
singing.
yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's not like and anytime anyone says anything, like Jun-seo said anything, she was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they were like, it's not funny. Why is she laughing? Even the hosts were like, why is she laughing? It's not
Yeah.
funny.
So yeah, someone walks in and he says, "Can I join you?" And Hyun-woo's first reaction was to say, "No, you can't." Like, kind of joking, but not really joking. It was a bit awkward.
Yeah,
And then Sungmin decides to ask, like, "Oh, did you guys have a good chat?" Like, Hyun-woo said yes. He's not really happy that he's here. You could just tell the whole time with his face, Hyun-woo's.
yeah.
Then Sungmin asked, "Well, have your feelings changed after the chat?" Um, he was like, no, when we said, no, it's not changed. Like, it's just solidified my feelings, basically saying, like, I liked Go-eun before and now I like it even more after this conversation. So
Yeah,
nothing's
they're just
changed.
like it's
Yeah.
just like
Stand
a
off. It's
dick
like
measuring contest,
the Mexican
like
stand,
peeing
what do they call
contest,
it? The
pissing
cowboy
contest.
stand. Yeah. The pissing
Yeah,
contest, yeah. Sung-min kept on saying while she was sitting
the
there, like, oh
cowboy's
my God.
dad. What did you
Huh?
say? The cowboy's dad.
You know, like the cowboys and they have like that.
Oh, you mean when they're drawing the guns? You mean that
Yeah.
thing? Yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
yeah.
Mexican
Western.
standoff?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the Mexican
No, it's a.
standoff. Yeah,
Okay, fine.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's it.
Okay. So, this is all probably terrible terminology that we're using because it like sounds all offensive to
Yes,
the
yes.
cowboys
Everything.
and everything. But these are like terms that obviously like throughout the years people use, but
Yeah,
they
Western
need another, we
term.
need another word for it. The Western stuff, yeah. Um, Sung Min keeps saying like, "Oh, this is so hard" in front of them both, and they're like, "Not for us, because
Yeah.
you're out of the picture. Like, we're locked in on each other. It's hard for you, not for us."
I know. I think
Um,
she still likes Sung-min as well because she was getting like really like happy, or maybe she was just happy that
Not by the end of
wh-
the episode, I don't think so. But anyway,
I think she was getting really happy that like these two guys are like fighting over her, basically.
yeah.
It's nice. It's flattering.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And for some reason, yeah, Sung Min basically asks, "Do you guys still have more to chat about?" Because he wants to talk to her. And he was like, "Well, I'm going to go to the bathroom, so you can finish by the time I get back." And Hyun-woo uses this moment to be like, well, I can try, but I don't think I'm going to finish in time. So you go, set a timer, do what you need to do. Come back tomorrow if you want. Because I've still got
Basically,
more
they
chatting
pissed
to
all
do.
over each other.
Yes, exactly. Like piss flying everywhere. The hosts basically obviously pick up on this as well. And they're like, oh, they're throwing punches with their words. It's getting heated.
Yep.
Don't think there's ever going to be a day where there's going to be an actual physical fight on Singles Inferno.
Well, they were okay. Anyway,
so
in the next episode they do fight. Physically.
I haven't seen it. I got to see it.
Oh, you haven't seen the next episode?
No, okay. No, not.
Oh, okay.
So Sung-min.
Is that what you're gonna watch tonight then?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, because you've got to do. We're doing the next episode next week.
Yeah.
So Sung-min then leaves, and Go-eun says that she had a question that she still wanted to ask Hyun-woo, and she says if we get a chance, let's go to paradise together. She said, if we get a chance, let's go to paradise together, and he agrees. So Hyun-woo is like all made up. He's so excited, and he says that his heart was racing because she was looking into his eyes and smiling and stuff, and he couldn't think straight the whole time. So
yeah,
from this point on, he's like acting like the giddy, like, ooh, I'm so excited kind of guy. So then we move on to day 4. The heading comes. Like they do day 4.
Yeah.
So in the morning, this was weird. Minji and Hyun-woo were like running together, and he basically was saying that he didn't have a good night's sleep to her. And it goes between him talking to Minji and to the night before, and in his confessional, and he was saying he was just so excited after his conversation with Go-eun that his heart kept racing and he couldn't sleep properly at night. And he remembered in his half sleepy state, he was saying that I remembered what really intrigued me about Go-eun, so I wrote it down because I wanted to give it to her. And the hosts are like,
he's in love, basically. The serial killer's in love.
Well, that's what is coming across as. That's what the hosts say. That it's a sign of love. But I mean, how can you be in love in a day?
Love. It's like not love. I think it's like lust and like he can see himself like being with her like in a relationship and lust, and he can see himself like how she's going to fit into his life and stuff and things like that. Like, and it's really like exciting and new and fresh kind of thing. And he like can't sleep, and he's getting like palpitations and all that.
So Mina-sue then tells Joo-young, the dimple girl, that she had loads of chats after the campfire yesterday, and she said that when she found Soobin, she was already chatting to Hee-sun, so she was feeling kind of way about it and a little bit jealous again. By the way, this Joo-young and Mina-sue, I don't like that her taking Joo-young under her wing. They're becoming a bit of a besties, right?
Yeah, but you should also see
by the end I feel like she's like twisting her.
No, but Joo-young, when Mina-sue says some things, you can see her like micro expressions, or like she's a bit like grossed out by what Mina-sue's saying.
But in Mina-sue's mind, that Joo-young is her girl, and so it's just she always goes to her, like they're always together. She basically has, again, she just confirms she's got a warped understanding of how like her conversation with Soobin went. She says that she tells Joo-young, we cleared everything up, like everything was great, and it was a really nice conversation. Like none of us got that. We did not think that conversation was nice, right? And that's what her takeaway was. And I don't know if she's trying to like, again, she's not a girl's girl. I don't know if she's trying to like put the seed into Joo-young so she spreads it to everyone else and to Hee-sun.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of everything. I think it's a bit of that. Yeah, I think it's a bit of that, and I think it's a bit of that, her lack of understanding of the conversation, and also she's trying to convince herself that everything's fine as well. Everything's fine.
Because she also said, like, she also told Joo-young, like, we agreed that we're going to get to know other people, and then if we still like each other by the end, we'll come back together. Like, that's how many Soobin said in so many different ways, like, I don't really like you. Like, I don't like the way you move.
Said, get away from me. She said, basically, get away from me.
And she's crazy. So then Joo-young and Mina-sue sit down outside with the other guys, and Hyun-jae...
Oh, yeah, I didn't like this at all.
So, I don't know if this is this part, but Hyun-jae asks Joo-young if she slept well, And so Hyun-jae
Yeah.
is the guy that really likes the dimple girl, Joo-young. So he's still
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to chase after her, right?
Yeah, I think it's
So
cute. He's going after what
yeah,
he
I
wants.
think
Yeah.
it's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hyun-jae says, "Yeah, did you sleep well?" And she says, "Yeah." And Hyun-jae gets all excited because they have a little
Yeah.
conversation with each other. Joo-young, I always sometimes find like she's got something in her mouth. It's
Yeah, but
probably
I
her
think
cheeks are like
it's
in the
so cute.
dimples,
Her
but I
face
feel
is
like
so
she's got some
cute.
food or something.
No. I think her face is so
She's
cute. And when
cute.
she smiles
Yeah.
and she scrunches up her
That's
face, and
why
it's
I
really,
said
really
she was
cute
my
and sweet.
favorite.
It's
I
like a
thought she
little
was my
kid. It's like a little baby.
Yeah. She's my favorite
Yeah.
from the beginning. Like I think she's got a really cute face, endearing.
Yeah. It's very like baby like very like, oh, like a little toddler or something. Like it's just
Yeah.
really like, oh.
And
Yeah.
Mina-sue, when they sit down, she mimes something and whispers something to Subin, like trying to be all like cutesy with him, and he's just not having
Like
it.
flirt with him.
He can barely look at her. Like he's
Yeah,
so
but she's
turned
not
off.
getting it. Yeah, but
She's
she
not
doesn't.
getting
No,
it.
she doesn't get it because she just thinks that, oh, maybe he's like embarrassed because I'm doing it in front of
Yeah.
everyone and things like that.
But the
Never
hosts pick up on it.
mind.
Yeah, the hosts pick up on it straight away. One of the hosts comments like, "Oh my god, it's like being left on red." That is so funny because she
Yeah.
did all
Oh
that
yeah.
on her way to be like,
When someone ghosts you.
and he ghosted her completely. But she still doesn't get it. It's
So
in your
true.
face, and you
So
still don't
true.
get it. Oh my god, I would have been so embarrassed.
Yeah.
So then Heston comes over, and Subin asks her straight away, like, "Oh, how's my hoodie? You seem to like wearing it."
Yeah.
And
That was a
another
dig at
side,
Mina-sue as well, but that was a dig at Mina-sue. He got one in.
yeah, but
But
she
I think
still thinks
Heston
he's
knows that
playing
as well.
games.
No, but I think Heston knows that was a dig at Mina-sue as well. Like she's not stupid. She knows.
Mina-sue makes a face, but I think that it's a dig. But I also think he's trying to make it clear to her, like, I
Yeah,
literally
both.
blanked to you. I
Two
don't
things can be
like
true at
you.
the same time. Two
Look,
things
I'm
can be
making
true
an
at the same
effort with
time.
Hessun. Like I told you, I'm going to
Yeah.
make an effort with her. Look, I'm making effort with her. So can you just like kindly fuck
Yeah,
off?
but don't you know that? Don't you think that Subin knew as well what he was doing? Like he was marking
Yeah,
marking
but
his territory with her, and he was also getting a dig in at the other one. I think she
yeah,
knew because I think she seems pretty intelligent, but she's just like head over heels
Mina-sue.
and like giddy over. Yeah, no,
Oh, Hessun.
Hessun. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
emotionally
yeah, yeah.
intelligent, I think, but she's just like she can't help herself being all giddy around him because you know when
She
you like
is, but
someone, you can't help yourself being stupid.
I do think he does want to direct his attention to her, and he wants to forget about Mina-sue right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yeah. I
So
think he
that's
does
it. All you
like
can do.
her.
That's all you can take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then everyone goes into the kitchen to make food, and Seung-il basically and Minji have a little moment. They're going to cut the apples, and he says he's good. He says, "You don't have to cut it. I'll cut it. I'm good with knives, whatever that means. Scary."
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
So then Hyun-woo is constantly noticing Go-eun, and
Oh yeah, and he's being all like weird around her.
yeah, and he notices Sungmin's talking to Go-eun, so he gets all weird about that, and he's getting all awkward. He's setting the table, and he's trying to just keep himself busy, but he knows he's
Yeah, but
coming
this is
across
so
as
natural and
awkward.
normal
Yeah,
what he's going through. Yeah,
yeah.
I can relate. I do that as well. I act like really crazy and weird, like
And he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Everyone does that.
Yeah, and then he was like, "I noticed
Yeah,
at one point, like she looked over at me." And then he was like, "I just couldn't think straight. Like I was so awkward." He was like, "I fully know how cringe I was being and awkward I was being."
yeah.
But
But
it's just a
you can't stop
disaster.
yourself. It's like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like you know that you're going to crash, but you can't stop
yeah.
yourself. You're like going down the hill and you can't stop.
Yeah, he was just like, "What's wrong with me? Like, what is
And
happening?"
even the
But she
hosts,
was like
they said
laughing at
that.
him and
Yeah,
smiling. But he was probably thinking like, "Why is she laughing? Like, what's happening?" Like, overthinking everything as well.
yeah. He was
Um,
overthinking, and even the hosts noticed that. Like, and they commented on that, and they said that you definitely do that when you like someone, and like you act like stupid and like a fool.
yeah.
So they felt for him. They felt for him.
So
Yeah.
then Sung-hun, so this is another moment you said before, like you feel like Sung-hun is constantly having to like look out for Mina-sue and be her like support buddy, like support like, and
Yeah,
they were sitting
emotional
on the
support
table. Yeah, emotional support
animal.
person. Yeah.
Animal.
So they're all sitting on the table, and Mina-sue, you can see her darting her eyes constantly, and she's noticing how Hyesun and Subin are together, and they're being like a little bit flirty, and they're and Subin's being really attentive to Hyesun. So Mina-sue's feeling awkward, and Sung-hoon picks up on this, and so he asks her straight away, like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Like he's nice to do that. He doesn't have to go out of his way to do things like that. So I think he genuinely, I do think, I think there's a bit of like he likes her, but I do also think like he does think of her as like his support even in a way, because they do bond over certain things. And I don't know if he thinks of her as like a big sister or like or I don't know. We don't know Sung-hun's age actually, do we?
Yeah, I think he's younger than her.
Yeah, maybe.
He's giving us those vibes.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. He's the emotional support teddy bear or animal for her.
Yeah. So one of the hosts also at this point questioned, like you are kind of, and I'm kind of, well, you are more, that is Subin acting this way with Mina-sue, like being cold with her because he genuinely likes Hee-sun, because they're like worried that Hee-sun's going to get the wrong idea, he's going to play her, or is he reacting to Mina-sue's behavior and trying to make her jealous or get a bit of payback? So that's what the hosts also like are a little bit in doubt of.
Yeah, in my mind, it's both.
Yes.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I mean, when I saw them say it, and obviously you're saying it as well, I don't know how much his feelings are. Yeah, I think he thinks that he likes Hee-sun, but I think he only realizes that I need someone completely different, like the comfort blanket theory I was saying. Like, I think he thinks she's so comfortable to be with, but I don't know if I don't think that's romantic. But obviously in the meantime, Heston's like, this is romantic.
Yeah, because she's really into him. Yeah, and you can't help yourself. You spiral, and you have all these thoughts about like we're going to be together, and this and that.
You much to have to think about. Oh, like why does he like me? Like was it in the previous situation?
Yeah.
Like, it's too much. You have to take things on face value a little bit, but you do have to guard your feelings and your heart a little bit as well.
From what I've seen of Heston, I like her a lot.
Yeah,
and I like Subin as well.
Yeah. So, by the way, because they were like showing everyone in the kitchen in the communal space, I did notice that at this point, I made a note that Jae-jin and Joo-young weren't really doing much stuff together and spending much time together.
Oh yeah. He kind of like he's wandering with his hands behind his back like an old man.
Yeah, and then they went down to the beach, and it developed further because Hyun-jae. This was Hyun-jae's moment to hold her hand as they were going down the slope of the beach. And Jae-jin was nowhere to be seen. He wasn't being that attentive.
He turned around and he thought that.
Yeah. He was noticing it, but he was just basically, I just don't think he's like that, which doesn't mean that he's not caring, but she might not like the fact that he's not attentive like that. So this could maybe be the beginnings of things swaying with her being interested in Hyun-jae. I don't know. Yeah. So the beach looked kind of quite cold. I don't know.
They forced them onto the beach on the worst day, on the cold, foggy day.
Beach. Yeah, this is not the original beach.
But we know they've got sand in the other parts. We've seen it. We've seen the aerial view. So why didn't they just let them go there? Because they wanted. I know why. Because they wanted the cliff that side. They wanted the girl to be on the cliff, and they wanted the guy to come across the pebbly. That's why they did it that way. They found that part. Right. I think the sandy bit, there's no like cliff side, and you can see everyone on each side.
Yeah, because they had to introduce new people. Yeah, dramatic.
Yeah, I think that's why they did it.
The scene for what was going on later, probably.
Yeah, I bet they were thinking, why are we on the pebbly side as well? They were probably like, why are they forcing us to be on the pebbly side?
Yes. Do you want to? Do you want to do this in two parts? By the way.
Yeah. Because I think that is going to start cutting. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we'll just see you on the other side, guys. Part 2.
Part 2 is coming up soon.
Yeah.